ask.
I'm going. Please talk to me. Maybe that will calm me down. Oh, shit! It hit the bonnet!
Don't worry. Even if it hits the rover directly, you'll come out unscathed. The vehicle is kind of a Faraday cage. The energy will flow through the body and discharge into the ground.
I'm not worried. I'm a goddamn oasis of peace. And there are exceptions, you know. Such as the windshield shattering at high voltages. Doesn't stress me out at all.
I remember a mission on Eden 5. At that time I was still a coordinator, but the crew was quite similar. Chemist, cyberneticist, a doctor, an engineer and a physicist. Simple reconnaissance mission. There was a miscalculation and we crashed the rocket. Then we put it back together. From whatever was on hand. It's quite a mission. A true Frankenstein's monster, so to speak. Even more terrifying than the creatures we found on the surface.
Wait. Creatures? You are making this up, aren't you, sir?
Not at all. I was indeed on a mission to Eden. However, I might have exaggerated a bit.
Damn it! I'm having trouble finding the right way.
You've got to head southwest.
How am I supposed to know where southwest? I'm riding into a cave. The storm has subsided. I found a place to hide.
A Faraday cage?
That's not it. I left the structures behind. It's an ordinary rock formation.
Even better. You have to catch your breath eventually. Can I ask for one thing? Could you find the model number of the rover?
What for?
I've got an idea, but it depends on the model.
Emmet 2001. Could that be it?
Let me see. Bingo. Emmets are equipped with a black box. Please find it.
I have the box, but it's all locked up.
Really? They must have changed the equipment because I have no information about a key.
Where did you even get a catalogue of their gear from, sir? And anyway, it doesn't matter. What should I do?
1 second. I need to think. Don't know if this can help. But the Alliance labels black boxes as data loggers. Eureka. Cable access. Look for something resembling a socket, a plug.
I think I have something like that.
Then you can connect to the probe's brain there. And presto.
Won't work. These inputs are not compatible with Commonwealth plugs.
From the outside, our equipment is different, but inside we have the same guts, so to speak. The cable on the back of the box should already fit.
Same guts, hey? Just like with humans. Okay, it's in.
Just a moment. Well done, Doctor. I'm receiving a signal.
So, what now?
You can finally rest. It'll take me a while to dig through all the records.
The rover was connected to a base.
The one from the slides?
Most probably. No one is transmitting from the base.
I'd suggest you lie down. The storm's raging. Best to sleep through the night.
I'm going to sleep now. It may not be that simple. I'm too tired to sleep.
Yeah, I know that paradox all too well. Can I help you somehow?
If we talk, maybe I'll finally fall asleep.
Naturally. Have anything specific in mind?
Yes, actually. I wasn't able to report it earlier, but I found fossils underground.
Fossils?
Based on my brief observations, they belong to lizard-like creatures.
Really? That means that something lived on this sterile rock. Please forgive the question, but are you sure?
Well, I didn't imagine them, did I? I don't know. It felt real.
Why don't I try to find some confirmation in the Alliance data? For now, let's talk about something else, instead of getting ahead of ourselves. A more light-hearted subject, perhaps.
May I ask why you became an astronaut?
There are two answers to this question. An honest one and a personal lie. To give you the clearest picture of the truth, I'd have to tell you both.
I'm all ears.
As cadets, we participated in a series of meetings. HQ organized them to encourage potential recruits. We all said the same thing, just a little different. We all wanted to push the boundaries of human potential, discover what is undiscovered. Remembering childhood memories when we first heard about the brave forces of the Commonwealth. Sometimes these speeches were already being prepared during the training, if you understand what I mean. Every astronaut wished to explore space. They had to wish that. But my reason, an honest reason, not a nice-sounding memory that never happened, I've never been able to find my place. So I came to the conclusion that I would not find it anywhere except out here, in space. Although I never dreamed of exploring. Such lofty ideas as expanding human limits were of little interest to me. It was among my crew that I... Not good. Don't get a break.
Wait. Astrogator, can you explain to me what I'm hearing right now?
This is a recording from the rover. The Alliance has apparently broken the encryption of our radio channel.
Oh, bollocks. So what do we do?
We need to change the frequency and encryption key.
What's the point? As soon as you give me a new channel, they will overhear us and change it as well.
Just look at the probe's brain.
Luna? What's with
All you have to do is watch it closely. I'm switching now. Waiting for you to join.
Oh, I see. The new frequency is... Oh, there's only static on this channel. And again... Okay, the channel is active. Now the encryption key. The first 3 digits of the cipher are... The next is... Nothing. Dead silence. I have to try again. The first 3 digits of the cipher are... The next is... Nothing. Dead silence. I have to try again. The first 3 digits of the cipher are... The next is...
Yes, sir?
I'm here.
Well done. That should buy us some time.
So, how should we continue?
Don't you need more time to rest?
I do. But there's no way I'm going to sleep now. Besides, nothing's stopping me anymore. The storm has subsided.
All right. Let's not risk evacuating directly from the city. Should be safer outside its perimeter. I took the liberty of looking through the photos of the nearby area. Everything north and east of your location looks relatively safe.
I'm going then. No need for further delay.
Agreed.
I'll let you know when I'm out of the city for good.
Very good. I'll be on standby.
Astrogator, I think I've gone far enough. There is a vast open area in front of me. Astrogator? The city is no longer visible. We need to decide what to do next. Dragonfly? Over? Are you there?
Yes, please excuse me. I was in the infirmary. Is the coast clear?
Yep, all clear.
Good. Give me a moment. I'm looking at the satellite images.
Have you checked on Koval, by any chance?
Yes, among other things.
And? How is he?
He's stable.
But?
There are no buts, Doctor. You'll see him soon. All right, I've got it. Sector AZ-25... Let's say AZ-2504. Please check if it's fit to land.
Like I said, it looks good. Clear opening, flat terrain.
Excellent. Please go there while I prepare the lander. I'll just pack Artie inside.
So that's it. You're taking me to the Dragonfly. We're flying away from here for good.
We have no other choice, Doctor. At this stage of the mission, we can only minimize losses. You understand that, don't you? Yes, sir?
I wasn't keen on this mission from the start. We were supposed to return a long time ago. And that's what I want. I want all of us to return home, dead or alive.
Please remember, we have just one lander left. As a commander, I must first ensure your safe return. Only then I'll send Artie with other tasks.
to head out to the desert area. Has the lander taken off?
Yes, a second ago. Threshold of 18,000.
The line's breaking up. Can you hear me? What's happening?
I've lost control of the lander. Do you see it?
Just a sec. I have to get off. It hasn't yet pierced the cloud cover. There it is. Oh no. Flying too fast. Let's go.
Yasna, status. What's the lander's condition?
I don't know. All I see is a thick plume of smoke. But considering the speed it hit the ground at, I
don't understand how it happened. I checked it thoroughly. It's fully functional. Couldn't have been an accident. I don't believe it.
I'm gonna check what's left of it. No.
Calm down. Breathe.
I'm gonna die here. And for what? I saved no one. No one.
Yasna, snap out of it. That's an order. We can't give up just yet. We'll find a way to get you out of there, even if it's the last thing I do.
It's all about those damned orders with you. I don't give a shit about your orders, sir. Can you hear me, Novik? I don't give a shit!
You finished, Doctor? Did it help?
A bit.
There's a chance we can extract key information from it.
Somehow it still looks active.
Ask him what happened to the lander.
Ask? He doesn't speak.
But he gives yes or no signals. Give him the analysis command. Formulate questions in such a way so that he can confirm or deny.
Artie, question analysis command. Did an enemy missile hit Hopper? No. It wasn't a missile. Maybe it's a storm? Some error.
Apparently, he can't give a definitive answer.
Damn! It shorted out. So, what now?
Then you must go to the Alliance camp. I wanted to avoid it at all costs, but we have no choice. This is your only chance.
It's all their fault. It must have been them from the very beginning. I have no doubts now.
Neither do I. However, they might be willing to negotiate if you voluntarily place yourself in their hands. They're approaching their coordinates. Yasna,
Yes?
if the Alliance is really behind all this, they might expect visitors. We should try to find out if they're planning anything for your arrival. First, observe them from a distance, and only then take action.
I I will be cautious. Like always. You must understand that I have no other choice. I'm not going to the enemy's camp on a mere whim.
I know, Doctor, I know. I'll let you know when you cross their perimeter. Once you've crossed, hide the rover. Behind a bend, or under a ledge. Telemetry observation will be vital. Once we know the camp's weaponry situation, we'll decide what to do next.
Copy that. Hey! What was that?
I've set up a warning signal. Now you're near enough that they can see the rover.
The base is in front of me.
Already?
Some object is flying over their base.
Can you tell me more?
It's 15, 20 meters high. It has an upright silhouette, and it looks like a balloon.
It could be a balloon.
And that doesn't surprise you?
Not everything that flies needs jet engines. What markings does it have? Yes, sir, I'm not kidding. If you don't stop, I'll do it for you.
For me? I wonder how... But have it your way, sir.
Remotely, Yasna. Remotely. I understand the urgency, but we must maintain at least some semblance of reason.
It's a field base. Multi-module. For about several dozen people. Rather well equipped. There's lots of transporters here.
I'm not surprised. Missions with a large crew, transport modules are an integral part of the field camp.
Remind me, how many crew members were they supposed to send on the Invincible?
Over 100.
Great. They have a second antimat. As if the first one wasn't enough.
Is it active?
Probably not, but Proton alone knows.
What about people? Can you see anyone?
Not yet. Maybe they're hiding in modules.
Most of them for sure, but I'd be surprised if they didn't assign anyone to guard duty.
I see someone.
Just one?
For now, yes.
Is that all?
I think so.
Then please keep going. We can assume that their equipment has already detected your presence. Or it will soon enough. There's no point in further postponing the inevitable.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a waste of time.
Judging by your observation, this is a research camp, not a military one, which increases your chance of survival and decreases the likelihood of detecting the dragonfly. I don't know about you, but this is a valuable piece of information for me.
Well, fuck them.
We'll most likely lose contact soon. So let me be clear. It won't be easy to gain their trust. Things can go wrong, even if you can prove that you came to them of your own free will. If there's an escalation, remember one thing. I'll do everything in my power to negotiate your safe return to the Commonwealth. Worst case scenario, we'll opt for a prisoner exchange. Until then, please cooperate with them. And during the interrogation, don't resist. Astrobiologists generally do not possess information that's sensitive to the Commonwealth. At worst, you'll give away the details of our last mission. Of course, it would be better if that didn't happen. But I know their methods of interrogation, and in all fairness...
Hang on, sir. What exchange? I'm not a spy, I'm a scientist.
I'm afraid that doesn't change anything. You want information about Regis 3. For that reason alone, they might consider you a spy.
But what kind of spy exposes themselves to direct questions?
A desperate one, Doctor.
If that's all, sir, shouldn't we cut the line?
No. Better to continue our communication for as long as possible. Prove that you voluntarily surrendered yourself. Their jammers will interrupt us sooner or later anyway.
Whilst traversing this planet, I'm becoming more and more convinced that what I know is not the same as what exists. What can exist.
I must admit it's an interesting thought. And quite disturbing.
I have a feeling we're in the dark. We have to find a way.
Agreed. You should move on.
That's not quite what I meant. But yeah, I probably should. When you admire a beautiful view, an hour seems like a minute. But a minute on a hot stove will seem longer than an hour.
Does Regis 3 feel like a hot stove?
Sometimes. Access to the base is protected by a force field.
If these are Dirac emitters, and I'm sure they are, nothing will get through. Is there an opening from the other side?
I'll see. I heard that the difference between past, present, and future is nothing but a persistent illusion.
That's a quote, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure why it came to mind. How odd.
What?
There's no one here. Nobody.
Impossible. Even if there aren't many of them in the camp, someone would have noticed you.
I'm not blind, sir. There's really no one here.
Could be some kind of trick.
Not a living soul.
Better for your safety if they make the first move. If you really don't see anyone. All right then, enter the base. Just slowly, with your hands up.
I'm going. What have I got to lose anyway?
Your life, Doctor.
I'm going in. Clear. For now. I can't hear anyone either. I'm at the central module. In the headquarters.
You walked in, just like that.
Yeah? The doors were open.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
They've got a device for intercepting alarm signals. There isn't much of it. Single record. Poor guy. He's dead. Waited help for over a day. Critically low blood saturation. He died of hypoxia. At the time of his death, he was...
Yasna, is it necessary? This information will no longer
somewhere
help
near
anyone.
the city. 18561.
754. Yes. It's Gorski. I'm sorry.
You lied to me. You lied how he died.
I knew you would blame yourself.
Well, of course I do. I could have saved him. Left him that fucking tank. Why didn't you let me?
I made the right decision, Yasna. Given the circumstances and our knowledge at the time, there was a high risk your sacrifice would kill you both.
Fuck. We let him die.
No, Yasna. As I said, I made the call, not you.
It would be easier to think so, but I can't. One more thing. I realize we still need to work together. So, I'll submit my reports as usual. But that doesn't mean everything's fine.
Understood, Doctor. I appreciate your professionalism.
I have a record of their mission. Each step, location, units, including dates.
I'm all ears.
Day 0, landing place. Their main ship's in sector AQ-28.
The Invincible? What? They didn't move it?
Seems so.
I'll try to track it down. Please tell me what else is in there.
Like us, they became interested in the ocean. They got there on the 7th day.
Quite late.
Guess they weren't in a hurry. Before setting up this base, they were stationed not far from here, but seemed very determined to reach this area. They dug a vast system of tunnels.
When did they finally get here?
On the 15th day of the mission. They conducted research and during excavations found, you won't guess, metal structures.
So we had no chance to outrun them.
Yeah. And they were already at an advanced stage of works when we were still in orbit. In the end, they sent a convoy to a neighboring sector.
So that was their last move.
Well, there's no information about their return. Maybe I'll find them there.
Highly probable. Do you know what the current day of their mission is?
They left on the 25th day. That's all I know. Well, I can't back out now. I have to follow them.
Well, it's your decision. Although I admit I'm also starting to wonder what you'll find.
People, Astrogator. They must be somewhere.
I'm sending a satellite. Soon I'll have an image of the area where the ship landed. We'll see if the Invincible's still there.
I'll continue to search their base. On the 24th day, they sent a convoy north to the sector. Oh, to the sector where I found Gorski.
You suspect they went after him, having detected his signal?
Oh, surely they could detect him. They could have detected all of us. But would they really do something about it?
Well, For some reason they left their base. And I'm assuming that has something to do with it.
Astrogator, this doesn't make any sense. You can't just wrap up the whole operation. Anyway, the first thing they would take were vehicles and equipment. Only the people are missing here. I'm at the control station. Several units can be controlled from here. I wonder which. Ah, damn. One's unavailable.
Probably out of reach, or they took it.
I got the feed. But I can't get it to move. It's got a weak signal. Must be too far away. A view from above. It's a flying probe. I'm betting it's the one that detected my presence.
Can you extract data from it?
Sure. Never too much data. Especially in the current situation. I just need to find a place to land it. Probe on the ground. Time to get into the records. I'm entering the next module. I guess it's a biolab. They had the opportunity to study organisms preserved in the ocean. They found the same species of fish.
Did they confirm the similarity to those on Earth?
Yes, lots of similarities. Apart from one, I've never seen anything like this. They discovered a new organ. managed to run some tests already. According to their conclusions,
Yes?
it detects electromagnetic waves. That's why those fish were swimming away from our probe.
In other words, they've come across probes or something similar before. Something that threatened them.
Good guesser. In order to develop such an organ, they must have had a strong external stimulus. They detect the waves to survive. It started rotting.
It?
The fish.
In a bacteria-free environment? How so?
All living organisms serve as breeding grounds for bacteria. And there were both fish and humans in here. No longer alive. Still, nothing. It looks like a geology lab. One of these diagrams shows a geological cross-section. As suspected, it's all metal below the surface, of relatively thin layers of rock. But compared to the rest of the continent, the deposits in this region are significantly younger. The range of their ground measurements covers a much wider area. To my eye, it seems they use advanced sonar. What they dug up here stretches for tens of kilometers.
What do you mean? What's in the ground, Doctor?
Metal deposits. Those structures. We still don't know where they came from. In such a peculiar form. Unbelievable. Not only do we know nothing about their origin, but the arrangement of these deposits is sort of puzzling. A ring system with a distinct center. This base stands on the outer ring. The center of it is in... under the city. The one I escaped from.
So their presence there had nothing to do with us?
Looks like it.
Did they determine the entity's function, origin, anything?
Well, it's hard to say. There's nothing here about it. They conducted a soil survey, 500 meters deep.
Oh, that's a big piece of history, so to speak. What did they find?
Millions of years ago, life was abundant on the planet.
That would match our assumptions.
Yeah. Subdelta 92 class planets have very favorable conditions for the development of a biosphere.
So what happened? Did they draw any conclusions?
According to them, the extinction of life was caused by a supernova explosion.
The ground activity does not indicate...
It happened long ago. Longer than we anticipated. They've dated this event to 10 million years ago.
I know this one. The supposed end of Lyran's civilization.
Well, that's never been proven. There was practically no trace of them.
All right. What happened after?
Life was slowly recovering, but never returned to the pre-supernova peak.
Not enough time?
No. At first, it developed quickly, but then slowed down and declined.
Because another disaster?
Astrogator, the change in the biosphere development curve coincides with the occurrence of ferruginous clays.
This whole metal contraption. Do I understand correctly?
Yes. I don't know what that has to do with it, though. Metals are really not that dangerous. The radioactive deposits marked here are not a definitive obstacle for life either. The biosphere has the ability to perfectly adapt, develop defense mechanisms, and fight back effectively.
Well, unless the planet is hit by a supernova wave.
Yes. Such sudden events leave no time for adaptation. Even if we assume that these metals were lethal to organic life, that extinction shouldn't last forever. And yet, life never again developed beyond the waters.
Does this mean another Dominator has appeared on the land? Or one that leaves no trace behind?
Therein lies the rub. The Alliance have conducted a great deal of research. That they haven't found a logical explanation for this phenomenon is, to put it mildly, disturbing. Clearly, we're dealing with something beyond our comprehension. And I mean human comprehension in general. The scientists excavated some animal remains and reconstructed their hypothetical appearance. Judging by the size, these must be fossils from the deepest layers, from before the supernova explosion. I could spend all day here if I could.
I'm not surprised, Doctor.
First images from this area. If it's been flying long enough, it may store important information. Unfortunately, apart from my arrival, the probe didn't record much.
So it's been flying only recently?
I think so. The silhouette I saw.
Yes?
It's just a robot.